Yeah. Well, let's talk about some of the top teams right now. The Bills and the Lions had a crazy 48-42 game. Josh Allen, Jared Goff, both trying to get this MVP award, but Josh Allen looks like he is going to run away with it. Is this the Super Bowl preview? Was that the Super Bowl preview?
That's what I was just about to ask you. Like, we know that both teams in their own way, like, I think realistically, we've just seen the Bills beat the Chiefs this season. I got to see it in the play. Like, even though I don't think the Chiefs are all that great of a team, I have to see them, the Bills, beat them in the playoffs. Or someone has to knock them off before they even get to that point. I won't believe it until Mahomes, until the king is slain. You know what I mean? So that's the only hesitancy I see. I see the Lions just walking through anyone in the NFC right now. I think that they're just on fire. I don't see a whole lot of competition from the NFC side.
Yeah, I think the NFC is significantly weaker than the AFC. And it's been next man up mentality for the Lions. And it's really worked. Like the system that Dan Campbell has in place and the coaching staff he has, it doesn't matter who's coming in right now. They're picking the right guys to come off the street and they're performing. They had Jamal Adams coming off the couch making plays when he couldn't even play for the Seahawks. Like he was terrible. And he's in there making plays for them. David Montgomery is out for the season now. That's a huge blow. But I mean, you also have Jahmyr Gibbs there, and he's probably pretty fresh from splitting carries all season. So you can lean on him more. I just, if as long as this defense for the Lions keep holding up, which it has, I mean, yeah, they gave up a lot to the Bills, but that's the Bills. That's the best offense in the league, probably. I think this team is getting through the NFC, and a couple things break their way, they could win that game against the Bills.
Yeah, it's little things here and there that really added up to the Detroit Lions downfall. But if you're a Lions fan, you don't walk away from that like, damn, they beat us again. It's like, damn, like we feel encouraged. We feel pretty good about that one. Damn, I feel pretty good.
Yeah, and Dan Campbell with the trade, like the trademark, risking, you know, controversial calls on his end. I think in the playoffs you can't really risk it that as much as he does. He's doing this in the regular season, but he has in the past, and it didn't work out. Like onside kicking, like the going forward and fourth down constantly. Like I think in certain games you got to get points. You got to play a little safe, and he just doesn't have that in him. And that's what I think. The coaching decisions could come back to bite him by being too aggressive.
Well, I mean, it came back to bite him last year against the 49ers. So, like, he was the reason that they ended up losing. Like, he has just mistakes where he does get too aggressive. Like, he's like, all right, we're going to stomp your throat. And that's why you love him. But that's also what gets you in trouble. Like, you can't constantly do these things and expect, like, okay, it's not going to come back to bite me in the ass.
I have no problem in the regular season him doing, like, he just beat the Packers by throwing it on fourth down and getting a really good completion. But in the playoffs, I lean more towards, like, unless you're trailing or it's a one score game that you need to get this, like, take a field goal, live to fight another day and play it a little bit safe. Yeah, I don't know if he's probably not a big analytics guy, but
Shut up,
maybe he is,
nerd.
All right, well, let's